In this video, I am going to show you how to create the most cinematic AI video possible using Runway Gen-3. Let's hop in. So if you're not already familiar with Runway, they are leaders when it comes to AI video. They create incredible tools like video to video, automatic rotoscoping tools, and they became really popular with their image to video model that dropped just last year. And for a while, image to video using a tool like Runway Gen-2 was the norm. Well, that has completely changed in the last few weeks. Runway Gen-3 is here and it has been knocking our socks off. There are a ton of really impressive examples of Runway 3 in action online, but we didn't have image to video until right now. And that's super important to you as a filmmaker because by using an image, you can get more consistency with your shots and tell more compelling stories. Without image to video, it's very challenging to create an AI film. So in this video, we are going to break down the entire process of creating a really cinematic video. But first, I want to show you a quick example of this AI video technique in action. Let's take a look. Okay, so as you can see, the shots from Runway Gen-3 are really impressive, and because we were able to use image to video, we were able to have a consistent character that looked a lot like me. So let's get into how you can create cinematic AI videos for yourself. It all starts inside of Midjourney. I'm using the online version of Midjourney that you can access if you created at least 100 images inside of the Discord version of Midjourney. So we have this prompt here. It's basically a cinematic extreme close-up of an alien version of a Cambodian market shot on 35mm film in the style of IMAX films, teal and orange muted color grading. Now that's fine, but without having a style as a reference, the images are going to be fairly inconsistent. So in order to do style reference inside of Midjourney, I'm going to click on the image icon, and I have this image here of this sci-fi market that basically has the cinematic aesthetic that I'm looking for. If you don't have a cinematic aesthetic just yet, that's totally fine. You can generate images inside of Midjourney until you find one that really embodies the style that you're going for. So rather than using image reference, which is this super tiny icon right here, I'm going to click on style reference. And style reference will play on the color palettes, the motifs, and really more of the style rather than the composition of the image. So when you're ready to create an image, all you have to do is go ahead and click enter. Now, if prompting inside of Midjourney is a little scary to you, don't worry. We actually have an AI filmmaking course over at Curious Refuge where we get into a lot more complex techniques using AI image and video tools. So if you want a crash course in that, you'll find a link below this video. Okay, let's take a look at our images. So I'm going to click on this first one here. Looks pretty good. I like the lighting. This one I really like. That looks awesome. This one's cool, and that one's cool too. But I think I like this one the best. Not only is the character more original, I like that he's holding bread. So he's like shopping around the market. I like his like jetpack thing back here. He looks just really cool. So before I download this image, I'm actually going to go ahead and click this subtle upscale button. And that will basically upscale the image directly inside of Midjourney to get you maximum pixels so that when you go to your AI video tool, you have more pixels to work with and just more sharpness, basically. If you don't want to use the upscaling feature inside of Midjourney because it can eat into your hours, you can also use other tools like Gigapixel or Magnific to upscale your image. And I should note that if you want to follow along with the videos that we're creating inside of this tutorial, you can download a folder that has all of the images and videos from this lesson. So now let's hop over to Runway, that's runwayml.com, and go ahead and click the Try Runway button and go ahead and hop over to Gen-3. So you'll see we have this big box here to drag an image or we can upload it. That's basically self-explanatory, just drag and drop your image. So we have this image of this alien character here. We'll drag and drop it into our box. And now it's time for us to describe our shot. Now, there's a very specific way that Runway recommends prompting inside of their tool. I'm going to basically show you how to do that yourself. The first thing that you need to do is you need to prompt in the camera movement that you're looking for. So is it a drone shot? Is it handheld? Is it a tracking shot? Is it a tripod shot? Anything that describes the cinematography goes first. So for this shot, we can say a handheld shot and then do colon, and now you get to describe your scene. So we can say for this one, I think I really don't want the character to walk around. I think I kind of want him to be like looking around, like maybe he's like suspicious of something. So we'll say an alien character looks around a crowded market. Now, if you go down here, you can see you can change the duration of your clip. There's 5 seconds and 10 seconds. In most circumstances, 5 seconds is all you need. It's very rare that a shot in a film is longer than 5 seconds typically, but you do have that option. It can be helpful if you're doing a dialogue scene to do 10-second clips and cut between them if you want your characters to talk to each other. And you can also go to your settings over here, make sure that remove watermark is checked, because obviously you don't want to have the watermark inside of your final film. And you can fix the seed if you want. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but again, we have advanced training over at Curious Refuge that goes into the ins and outs of advanced settings like this. So once you're ready, go ahead and click generate. I like generating 3 to 4 clips at a time so that I have more options to look through. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, and 4. These generations usually take about a minute. But while we wait, I want to let you know about our AI courses at Curious Refuge. We have the world's best online courses for AI filmmaking, advertising, and documentary production. Our courses are used by artists at Netflix, Disney, and every major studio. We have students in over 125 countries, and they land jobs every single week. So if you want to learn more, you can find more info over at curiousrefuge.com. Okay, our generations are done. Let's take a look at our results. So let's take a look at the first one. Oh no, oh no. Oh, that's great. So AI does not get it right most of the time in the very first generation. Let's take a look at a few of the other results. So we have this one here. It's a little too static. I'm not loving that one. We have this one. Looks like he's kind of walking backwards, so I don't dig that. You might be able to reverse the speed, and that might look pretty cool, but at least in the way that it is right now, it's not great. We have this one here, and his face like morphs into like an alien baby, so definitely not what we're looking for. We have this shot here. Okay, that one looks good. I like the camera movement slowly getting close to his face. Looks really dynamic. There's some weight in his step, so I really dig that one. Then finally, we have this clip here. Oh no, he looks so sad. Oh no, he's very sad in the market. He's like a baby alien. That's great. So once you're ready, you can go ahead and download your video clip from Runway. Now you can stay around to the end of this video where I'll show you a pro tip for how to get even more cinematic quality from videos inside of Runway. But first, I want to show you a comparison of Runway versus other tools, because I think it's very helpful to know when you should use one tool versus another tool. And I think the best way to illustrate this is to show you a video clip that was created inside of the major AI video tools that are out there. So we have one generation from Kling, one generation from Luma, and the other one from Runway Gen-3. So let's start with Kling. Okay, so as you can see, the movement inside of Kling looks pretty good, but when you really zoom in on the video, you can see that the quality inside of Kling is not very good. They say they're going to have a more improved version very soon, but at this point, I'd say that Kling is not worth it. This next clip was created inside of Luma Labs. Luma Labs has made a splash in the last few months by introducing their Dream Machine AI video tool. Let's see how it performed. So as you can see, the video clips inside of Luma Labs are really great for dynamic movements. They can hallucinate, so you see that some of those shots, like the shot of the Viking on the boat cut to a different Viking, that's because Luma literally created an entirely new scene. I didn't prompt that. So those hallucinations can pop up, but Luma is a really interesting tool. Now I should note that the generations that you get from Luma are actually pretty small. They're less than HD, so the video clips that I was getting were 704 by 1344. So you need to use an AI video upreser if you want to get them even into an HD quality. And that brings us to Runway Gen-3. Let's take a look at the results. Wow, so as you can see, Runway did the best job when it comes to dynamic camera movements, lifelike faces, and just generally it seems more realistic and cinematic. Now, Runway is not perfect. Obviously, it still has hallucinations, and the results can get kind of weird sometimes. But generally speaking, Runway is your best option for creating cinematic AI videos. And it also has more pixel resolution. The videos were 768 by 1280, and there was even less fuzziness in the videos that were created in Runway versus the videos that were created inside of Luma. Now, from a price perspective, Luma is significantly cheaper. It costs about 41 cents per minute of AI video generated to create videos inside of Luma, and inside of Runway, it can cost you around $7. So Runway is a much more expensive tool, but it is the best tool. So if you have professional applications, I highly recommend using Runway. They also have an unlimited plan that has unlimited generations. I highly recommend checking out that option. So we have this video clip of this Viking woman here, and again, it's around 720p, but you can see that the quality looks pretty darn good. You can see the wrinkles on her face. You can see each individual hair strand. It really does look like very nice cinematic footage. But what if you wanted to export this video clip in 4K or even 8K? Well, there's an awesome tool called Topaz Video AI. Let me show you how to use it. So all you have to do is drag and drop your original clip from Runway directly inside of Topaz Video. You can do multiple clips at the same time, which is really helpful for batching. Now, this tool runs locally on your machine. So if you don't have a powerful laptop or desktop computer, it may be challenging to use this tool. Honestly, I recommend just downloading the trial to see how it works on your machine before you purchase the software. Now, what we're going to do is go over here to our output, and you can see there's all sorts of different resolutions that we can select. I'm going to go ahead and select 4K. I always recommend selecting an option that's one level higher than the export option that you're going for. So if you're going for HD, use 4K. If you're going for 4K, use at least 5K, if not 8K if you can. And for the settings, most of the default settings look pretty great, but for the video model, you have multiple options that you can select from. In most cases, Proteus is a great option. The default model is absolutely fantastic, but the Rhea model is actually more advanced and gives you even more cinematic quality. It's also super intense on your computer, so it can crash from time to time. But if you want maximum quality, that is the model that you should look for. So I'm going to go ahead and select Rhea. For the video format, we can go down here and select this button right here. And you can select whichever format you want. If you want to use like an editing codec, you can use ProRes. H.264 is fine for online distribution, but if you're in the editing process, you want to use ProRes. For this example, I'm trying to just keep it light on my computer. I'll use H.264. And when you're ready, you can go ahead and click the export button. Okay, that took about 90 seconds on my computer. Let's take a look at our result. So you can see this is just crazy sharp. There's tons of fidelity in her jacket. Her face looks incredibly realistic. You can see the lines, the wrinkles on her face are consistent throughout the entire video. And by far, this is just one of the best AI video generations that I've seen up to this point. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all, be sure to leave them in the comments. Of course, you can like and subscribe here on YouTube to get the latest AI tutorials and news directly here on the platform. And you can subscribe to our email list over on curiousrefuge.com to get a free AI filmmaking course, along with access to a weekly newsletter that will get you up to date on all the latest AI tools and techniques you need to know about. Thank you so much for watching this video. I wish you the best of luck with your projects.